Welcome back to the Machining Man. Happy New Year, happy 2024, wishing you guys all the very best. We've been very busy here at the Machining Man, and I'm going to give you an update as to all the things that have been happening in the shop. First of all, we are finishing this Monster R34 GTR build, 3.2 litre, but enough on that in another upcoming episode. We've got a Mini with a Hayabusa motor in it. We've got a 333 which has just been completed. We've got a Plymouth Prowler which is just getting tuned and nearly finished as well. And we'll be doing updates on all of these vehicles. But today we're going to talk about the GR Isuzu build. And as you can see from the dimpling on top of the bonnet and the fenders, we've had some bad weather here in Johannesburg, South Africa and Midrand. And we got caught with some severe hailstorm. And our Bakkie got damaged. However, this is an opportunity for a bit of modification. We'll fill you in on this coming up. As you can see, the damage is really, really bad. And that obviously gives us an opportunity to do some more modifications, as you know we like here at the Machining Man. So please like and subscribe and put something in the comments because we really do read your comments. My suggestion is possibly a new bonnet painted black, or even a carbon fiber bonnet, or maybe a scoop. Let us know in the comments, but let me show you the rest. In the interim, over the festive period, we've been busy with a few personal projects, one of which was a pet hate for me, was the interior of this Bakkie. So we have gone through the interior of this. I've changed the dash, I've changed quite a lot of things. We've gone from grey to black. We've done so by using a different brand name. We've used the GWM dash, which is a copy of an Isuzu. And in that, the switch panels were slightly different. So we've used Isuzu pieces as well as GWM pieces. And we've also upgraded the wiring harness in this Bakkie. So in doing all of these things, we've had to update the dashboard. So we've removed some pieces out of the dash and altered them from older Isuzu to new Isuzu and all things in between. But as you see, no job is too big or small here at the Machining Man, and we're scared of nothing. Anyway, so let's move on to what we've been doing with the rear suspension and why we are doing this. And now that we've got the load bin off the vehicle and we're busy with the chute, I can actually show you guys that this vehicle does indeed have a turbocharger mounted at the back. We do read your comments, and yes, this vehicle does actually have a turbo, and here it is in all its glory. It's a very nice perspective here because you can see the workmanship that we produce in our shop. So here we have the turbocharger that's added. There's the wastegate that sits underneath it. There is the turbo sump drain and the electric pump. There's our beautiful 3-inch exhaust pipe. And you can appreciate the welding and the fabrication time that it takes to build something like this. And now's as good a time as any to show you that yes, it is actually indeed the real deal. While we had the load bin off, we also took the opportunity to upgrade the fuel pump. So we have removed the fuel pump. We've got a brand new AEM high flow fuel pump to keep up with the turbo setup. And yeah. And now we get to the back of the vehicle, and as you had seen previously, we have fitted new wheels, but the Bakkie never ever drove properly. It was a temporary solution in lowering the Bakkie by fitting lowering blocks. There was never the intention to have that remain. So we've always had this in mind. I've gone for what's called a 3-link rear end suspension, and why we've done that is for rigidity of the suspension, for better road holding, and because it's cool. We also fitted some airbags. We wanted to fit airbags because a leaf spring in a Bakkie is normally pretty harsh. It's got a very harsh ride, and I drive this all day, every day, and I wanted good handling as well as good ride quality. The airbags also give us the, what is the word, Nikki? The versatility of airbags. So it's very, very nice. You can pump the air up when you load something in the back of the Bakkie, and you can let the air pressure down and have beautiful ride quality. So let me show you how we went about doing this. So this is a leaf spring. This is what normal LDVs and SUVs normally come with. This is a very simple solution for a simple spring pack, and what it does is it allows a vehicle to have progressive spring rates at the back of a van for loading purposes. So it's got a lot of thinner blades, and then the blades increase in thickness. So as the vehicle is laden, the spring becomes harder and harder. The problem with these is that the diff also locates on this, and the diff is allowed to move around, and we don't want that when you want to build something that really handles. In a standard vehicle, that's good enough, but as soon as you start putting wide tires, etc., that no longer is up to scratch. So let me show you exactly why and what we have done. Right, so let's start off with what we have done here. We have created our own links between the diff of the vehicle, the driveline of the vehicle, and the chassis. How we've done that is we have made attachments. Those are all called links. They're all numbered. So you get either a 3-link or a 4-link. There's lots of different iterations. And in between solutions, this is our solution. And this is our custom solution made and manufactured here at the Machining Man. So we start off with the top bar. This one here is a lot larger than the 2 lower links. We've had to create our own mounting point here on the chassis for that 3rd link. And that runs in conjunction with the 2 lower links. And what that allows the suspension to do is to move around and articulate, but not have any movement fore and after and left and right. We've achieved that by fitting what's called a panhard rod. We've elected to go for this because of its simplicity. Again, there's a plethora of other solutions that can be fitted here, like Watts linkage, etc. But we have elected to go for this because of its simplicity. We are still waiting on our shock absorbers. We've got some Bilstein shocks, but we've had to now shorten. So we've sent those back to Bilstein, and they are busy adjusting that for us. And that is how we have modified the links. We have then added the airbags, as I said. These are standard Firestone airbags, which we have made our own custom mounts for. We will not be running an air compressor here. This will be a static setup, just for ease of use. And this is not a stance vehicle. This is an everyday work driving vehicle. So the plan would be, if you're going somewhere and you put a heavy load on the back of it, you would then just go to the petrol station and use the air compressor and just pump up the additional air that you would require for the extra load. And as soon as you finish doing that, you would lower the air pressure back to whatever the static setting would be, so that the vehicle always remains nice and plush and drives nicely. So that is why and how we have done all of this on our beautiful Isuzu vehicle. Another question you might ask is, why not a 4-link? Well, the issue is these vehicles come with a fuel tank that sits here in front of the axle on the left-hand side of the vehicle, and it wouldn't be possible without moving the fuel tank to the back of the vehicle where our spare wheel sits. Here in South Africa, we carry long distances, so you definitely need spare wheels, etc. And of course, this is a usable van, so we want the load bin to be free of any issues like fitting a spare wheel in the load bin. So we elected to stay with the standard fuel tank and fit a 3-link versus a 4-link. It's just as strong, and this is our solution. But once again, we can create any solution here at the Machining Man. So give us a call if you're ever looking for custom suspension setups.
I wonder what the boss is going to do next to his Bakkie, because he's already gone crazy. Wait! What the f***? Oh shit! What have you done?